And welcome back to the One Stop No Stop for all things pony, the Pony Talk podcast, guys. Great to have you all back here on the podcast. As always, I am your awesome host, Dashi101, and today, guys, I am joined by someone that you guys know very well. Say hello to Chris.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah, so Chris is joining us with a few podcasts, not just this one, but also the other one, episode 24, because we're on episode 23. Now, if you all are a little confused, or some of you, I should say, are a little confused on why the podcasts are a little bit delayed, you'll see it in my update video that I'll be releasing soon, because I haven't even done that. But I've been on a little bit of a hiatus, and that's why. So, yeah, we're trying to knock these out to get to the finale, which, Chris, isn't the finale, like, literally right after 24? I think it is.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so...
Of course. 25 and 26 is always the finale.
Yeah. Alright, I was just making sure, because I was like, okay, I think 24 is the last one before the finale. So, yeah. So, Chris, you're going to be joining us for the last few podcasts before the season finale of Season 8. Woo! Wow. That's crazy, and you're more than welcome to join in that too. Let's actually talk about that, since these podcasts are going to be out, guys. Yes, the finale is a big one. We have not only just one person joining us, but we have multiple people who join us for the Pony Talk podcast. We're probably, I don't know, we're going to be short one person, because I understand him, or maybe not, I don't know. As you guys are aware, Rainbow Dash 47 said that he would be off of this for the rest of the season, and he's not sure about the finale, but we'll have to see where this goes. But yeah, so if you guys out there are interested and you haven't joined the podcast at all this season, and you want to, now's your chance. You can just go down below, comment saying, hey, I want to join the Pony Talk Podcast Season 8 finale, and I'll get you hooked up. So, yeah, it'll be huge, and I cannot wait, and I hope to see you all there on that final, episode right there for Season 8. I can't believe that. But we are on episode 23, Sounds of Silence. And my golly, was this a pretty good episode. I thought it was. This is the overall episode is 192. Oh, wow. So, come Season 9, and we might have an interesting episode for episode 200. What do you think, Chris?
What?
For episode 200.
Well, I have no idea.
I don't either, but I'm just wondering if they're going to actually have like a really special episode like they did for episode 100. So yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be something special.
Yeah, I hope so. I know MLP, which we probably will do a podcast on. They are going to do like a Christmas special, I believe. Are you all right?
Yeah, I heard it. Yeah, what were you saying about this? About the Christmas special?
That they're going to like do like some sort of like episode, little mini movie like for Christmas or something. I don't know. Called like
Yeah.
the best
yeah,
gift ever or something like that. I'm not
the best
sure.
gift. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I heard it's. Yeah, I heard about that. But also it's weird that this is gonna come out on October 27th.
Okay. So yeah. So for this to happen, we are already going to be done with season 8 by that time. That's for sure. So maybe, guys, we might do a podcast on that. I don't know, but that's in the future, guys. So yeah, but I know it's gonna come fast. Anyway, episode 23. Let's talk about Sounds of Silence. So, beginning of the episode, starts off at the Castle of Friendship, where Applejack and Fluttershy were, I believe, sent to the kitty map to go to another part of Land of Equestria. I forget. Was it like, oh, the Peaks of Pearl? That's where they were sent to. So yeah, and now Twilight also explains like what is exactly the Peaks of Pearl. Like, we've heard that it's like a scary place, and then Twilight goes into her speech of what the Peaks of Pearl actually are, and then it kicks off there. So, they also talk about another race, which they look like ponies, but they aren't ponies, called Karen. Supposedly, these creatures, I should say, I want to call them ponies, like, have, like, this new thing where, they can't get upset or anything because they'll end up turning into this really, really bad, thing called, the Nirik? I don't know what, if that's it. The Nirik. Okay. Chris.
Or it's Kier, or that's which is. Huh?
I was gonna say Chris is my person to help me spell stuff correctly. So thank you for that.
Yeah. So Nirik is like Kieran in backwards.
Yeah, it is. Yup. Exactly. Just like Taco Cat.
Taco Cat.
Yeah, you say it backwards and it spells Taco Cat that way too. You never heard of that?
Okay.
Oh, okay. It's
No.
I know, I saw it like on one of my friend's t-shirts. Anyway, enough with that. I'm getting off subject already. Anyway, this now kind of scares Fluttershy and both Applejack. They're like, oh, this is really exciting. Until they hear about the other side of the story, and they're like, oh god. So now they're being sent off to this place, and we first have Applejack and Fluttershy, going through. Applejack's doing like her climbing technique, getting through the obstacles and all that, where she ends up leaving Fluttershy behind until she realizes, oh shoot, she's missing. So now she goes and then sees that Fluttershy is interacting with other wild creatures and stuff, gotta have Fluttershy do that. And then Applejack is like, this is no time to talk with the rodents and stuff. We got a friendship quest to do. And she's like, oh yeah, sorry, it's just, these guys, they looked like they needed something, so I stepped in and helped them. Now, we get to the actual village of these creatures, and they're definitely all very quiet. They're very weird at first. They just they nod, they shake their head no, they don't speak. And this then creates a problem for Fluttershy and Applejack, because they're like, how are we supposed to know what they're saying, or like what's going on here? And it really confuses them until we meet one that is not really so silent, and her name is Autumn Blaze. She is the only one that ends up being the only one that talks in the entire village. And she explains, this is what happened, this is why, and then the mate Applejack and Fluttershy ask, so why are you isolated and you're not with your village? She's like, well, long story short, I talked too much, they kicked me out, and I just crashed here. So yeah, that sort of gig right there. And they're like, okay, so how do we make these creatures talk again? She's like, well, that's gonna be almost mission impossible. So ever since this whole thing that's been going on with our being, we can't speak anymore. I'm the only one that can speak, and I didn't take the spell that's, it's not a spell, but I don't know what it's called actually. Basically the river that the River of Silence, I think it's called. I'm not sure. Something like that, but
yeah,
there's some,
that's what I thought.
Yeah. So there's some sort of spell in there that makes the Karen very silent, and so they can't speak and get into fights, which will end up bringing them to the evil side. So yeah, not good. So now Fluttershy and Applejack have to figure out a way, how can we get these creatures to end up talking again and actually communicating and not being afraid of getting into arguments, because it's just nature, there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
And so now Applejack tries to communicate with them again, saying, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? And they kind of do sign language and stuff, and it just, Applejack is like, just why can you? And then this creates then now another problem, because Fluttershy, on the other hand, Applejack's trying to talk with the village. And then we have Fluttershy. Oh wait, no, I think it was Fluttershy who was in the village, and then Applejack was the one with Autumn Blaze. And then that's when Autumn Blaze explains the sort of cure that would get everyone to talk again. But the only problem is that they are out of an ingredient, which is some sort of flower, which I forget what it's called. Yeah, I don't know what it's called. Anyway, they need this flower that will help with the potion to get everyone talking again. And yeah, and she says that it's physically impossible. I've looked everywhere for it and I can't find it anywhere. So now they're in kind of a bit of a dilemma, until then later in the episode they end up finding the flower. Oh, that's right, the woodland creatures that Fluttershy was talking to ends up finding the actual flower. And then this is where Applejack kind of apologizes to Fluttershy, saying, I should have let you talk to these wooden creatures instead of just getting upset at you. Sorry about that. Fluttershy's like, it's okay. And then they kind of make up over that. And then we have the leader of the group, which her name, I just saw it, Rainshine. So now, in this part, Rainshine doesn't really care for these ponies, I guess you could say, because, you know, they were doing the whole arguing thing a little while ago, and then they almost got tossed into the River of Silence, is what we're going to call it, because I believe that's what it was. Oh, the Stream of Silence. Okay, that makes sense, because that sounds a lot better. So now, as Applejack and Fluttershy were fighting and all that, that's when they almost got tossed into the Stream of Silence, and then Autumn Breeze ended up catching them and said, ooh, you one touch of that water and you would have been silent. And then we don't know what we would have done. So, now, then that woodland creature comes along, shows them, hey, it's right here. We found the last ingredient for you. Now you can make this potion to help the Kirin talk again. And, sure enough, they make the spell, cook it up, and bring it to everyone, and they end up talking again. The village is now speaking, and they thank Autumn Breeze and Fluttershy and Applejack for, you know, showing them, hey, you know, arguments happen, but as long as you can figure it out and not make such a big deal out of it, you'll be fine. And that's the moral lesson that's been going through this episode. So, yeah, very, very nice little lesson there. I really enjoyed that. And then I think this is where, yeah, their Kirin marks, of course, glow, saying that they completed the mission. And then there was a thing in there called that rainbows won't light up the sky unless you let it rain. That was another part that was said in that episode. But yes, now, that's basically it for the episode. Now, our thoughts. Guys, again, like I said in the beginning, I thought this was a pretty good episode. I don't think it was the best, but it definitely was a cute little episode that they added in there. It was nice seeing other creatures that are a part of Equestria that we really haven't seen at all. So now we can add the Kirin onto that list of creatures that we've now experienced and met throughout Equestria. Yeah, so I don't know. Chris, what did you think?
Yeah, it was awesome. I say, but it was just enjoyable.
Yeah, I thought it was awesome too and enjoyable, like you said. I
like these new.
No, you can keep going on. You can keep going on.
Go on.
Yeah.
Go on.
No, you can go.
I love those new. I really like those new creatures. They're just interesting and just pretty inspiring. The Kirins.
Yes, and I don't know. I just like sort of their culture and stuff. You know, they live up in the Forbidden Hills, as we're gonna call them, because like literally no pony has ever gone there. Which in the beginning, when they took the train there, there was that one older pony that's like, ooh, it's scary up there. Don't go up there because you might not come back or something like that. It's just trying to scare Fluttershy and Applejack. Because you know every
this guy's just every what?
This guy is just trying to scare the living daylights out of them. So.
I'm not really scared of those people like who were saying those nonsense stuff.
Yeah, just a bunch of gossip, right?
Yeah, this guy's just cuckoo.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So guys, I don't really have too much else to say, but this was a very interesting episode. I did enjoy it for the most part. Chris enjoyed it. So, but I do gotta say, I definitely think this was one of those filler episodes. Yeah, it was good. So, I want to hear from you guys, though. What did you think about episode 23, Sounds of Silence? Do you like these new creatures that are now brought into the lovely world of Equestria that we haven't known about? Did you like how the episode was played out? Did you like anything, or did you not like it? I don't know. But leave those comments down below. I'd be more than happy to check them out for you guys and give you personal feedback on what I thought too. So, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this podcast, and the next podcast will be really soon here, because, yeah, episode 24, Father Knows Beast. That I saw actually a few spoilers on, and my golly, it looks good. Even though we're releasing this podcast late, guys, I of course seen a little more spoilers for it, and I haven't watched the episode yet, but me and Chris will be back in episode 24, so make sure you guys stay tuned. Podcast will be coming sooner. And also, one more final podcast before it closes, before season 8 leaves us. Guys, the finale is going to be coming up, so make sure if you want to join, you out there, you viewer, want to join the Pony Talk podcast for its last and final podcast for the season, leave it down in the comments below saying you want to join, and I will get you hooked up. So, yeah. But until then, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you in episode 24. With that being said, I got Ash, stay 20% cooler, and this is the Pony Talk podcast going out, guys. Peace out. Bye, every pony.